This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, thank you. Yes. Are you able to see my screen, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So today we are going to discuss about driver extensions. The next one is parallel testing. Very, very, very important. No? Parallel testing, definite interview question. And the third one is test NG attribute. Test NG attribute. Yesterday we have discussed about priority, right? So today we are going to see some different attributes, enable attribute, like so we have so many depends on method attributes is there, enabled attributes is there. So we'll see those attributes are today. So first of all, our driver extensions. What is our driver extensions? So as of now, till yesterday, so what we are doing now, so we are launching the browser from the same class, right? So we are initializing the driver object here and we are launching the browser from the same class, right? But by using driver extensions, so what I'm going to do, so I'm going to create a separate method in separate class to launch the browser, and I'm calling those particular class to this respective class, and I'll show you this. First of all, see here I'm going to create one page. The class one page is nothing but .java. So one class is nothing but a base page. So this is nothing but base page. And remember guys, even in the real time also we have a definite class called base class or base page, base class or base page. So in that particular page, in the particular .java class, it will contain all the common methods, like to launch the driver and to call the, to take the screenshots, or if you have any reusable method, so everything they will keep in the base class itself only, guys. And see here, so I'm creating a class called base class. Base class is nothing but the parent one. Here I'm going to create a method called so here before creating a method, just I'm initializing the driver object here, so public web driver, and here I'm going to create a method. So my method is nothing but, so my method is nothing but, so you can use a launch browser or you can use call browser. So I'm creating a method called call browser. So in this method, I'm going to pass the browser name. So I'm going to pass the browser name, guys. I'm based on the user requirement and based on the browser name calling by the user, this particular browser will call. So here I'm going to call this particular browser. If browser equal to, if browser name dot equals ignore case a Chrome browser. So if browser name dot equals ignore case Chrome browser. So here I'm going to provide Chrome. If it is Chrome browser, so what I'm doing here, I'm just calling the new Chrome browser. I'm just calling the new Chrome driver. Or for example, if I want to call Edgema, so I'm copying this one. So copy and else if, and here I'm going to call edge driver. I'm going to call edge driver. For example, if you want to call Safari driver, you can call like that as well. So you can call Safari driver as well. See here, else if browser name dot equals ignore case Safari, so it will call a Safari driver. It will call a Safari driver. No need to create a browser extension every time in each and every class, guys. So if you create like this, and we can use the same method in another classes as well, in another classes as well, guys. See here, public web driver. I just initialize the driver object. Later on, I'm calling a different browsers. In real time, you will see such kind of methods only. So in real time, no need to create a browser like driver extension object each and every time. So we need to call the respective method from the base class itself. So it is a real time one. Now I am going to create a class. So here I am going to create a class. So my class name is login orange HRM. So my class name is login orange HRM. So here I'm deleting this particular thing. I'm deleting this particular thing. I'm just calling the driver base class. So the driver extension class. For I'm just calling the base class here. That's it, guys. I'm just calling the base class here. So driver equal to new Chrome driver. So instead of driver equal to new Chrome driver, I'm just calling the respective method. Call browser. In this browser, so if you want, you can provide Edge, or if you want, you can provide Chrome or Safari, whatever it may be. See, if I click on the call browser, it will automatically navigating me to the base page which contains call browser method, guys. So here, so by using the base class, I'm calling the respective browser. So Edge browser I am calling here. So later on, so I'm going to open Orange HRM. So I'm going to open Orange HRM, guys. So here, this is my page, and in the launch URL, I'm pasting this. So I'm pasting this one, my HTTPS open source demo orange URL. Later on, a wait method. I'm not changing any wait methods, guys. But here, I'm going to change this particular thing. So enter a username. So enter username. So here, I'm going to find out the XPath. So here, Control F /input @name equal to username. So this is my XPath for username. I'm copying this one. And what is the username? Admin, right? I'm copying this one. And later on, I'm using priority 2 for enter password. So here, it is a 2 for enter password. And what is the XPath of my password here? The name is password I have. So I'm passing the password here, and the password is admin123, right? So the password is admin123. So here I have a separate method for enter username, and I have a separate method for enter password. And now I am going to click login button. I am going to click login button, and the priority is 3 for this one. And for this one, I am going to identify the web path. So it is a type called submit. So Control A button @type equal to submit. See here, I'm able to find out the submit button, login button. I'm copying this one and I'm pasting here. So I'm copying this one and I'm pasting here. So later on, I'm waiting for certain time, and later on, I'm closing the browser. Later on, I'm closing the browser. Now I want to show you guys which method it will execute first and which method it will execute last. So I'm putting debugger points for each and every method. So how many test methods I have for this test, for this user story and this user story? Do I have 1, 2, or 3 test methods? How many test methods I have here, ma? Jyoti, are you there?
3.
3 test methods, right? So here, now I'm going to execute this one in debug mode, guys. Are you able to see, ma? First of all, which method we are in? First of all, before suit method, it will execute, ma. So before suit method, it will execute. See here, is it launching any browser? Is it launching any browser, ma? So in the call browser, see, is it launching any browser?
No.
Why it is not launching any browser? Because here also we are providing Chrome. That is the reason, guys. So let me stop execution and let me start again. See here, for both of this one, we have entered Chrome. That is the reason, ma. Let me debug. So that is the reason debug is mandatory, guys, and please do debug. If you don't know about the test methods and if you don't know about the code, do debug on each and every line so that you can easily understand the flow of the particular user story, means particular test case. See here, Microsoft Edge WebDriver was started successfully. Are you able to see, ma? So see, first of all, we are in before suit method. Later on, we are launching the URL. Later on, we are launching the URL. See here, RLHRM. We are launching the URL. Able to see, guys? So then first of all, we are in before suit method, later on before class method. Now we are in before method. So we are waiting for certain time. Later on, we went to enter username. So here, so enter username. So if I click on this one, I'm able to add admin. Later on, admin 123. See here, guys, after method. So later on, see here, guys. First of all, before method. Later on, after method. Again, before method for the second method. For the second test method. So again, after method. Again, see here, before method. Again, login click. So see here, guys. See, we have successfully logged into the Orange HRM. So if you want, I can add this point there as well. First of all, enter username. I'm in enter username method, and later on, so I'm in enter password method. Later on, I'm in login method, right? Enter password. So here, click login. So let me execute again. See here, 3 methods is working fine. Let me execute again, guys. Are you able to see, ma? See what is the output here? First of all, before suit, before class, before method, enter username after method, again before method, enter password after method, again before method, click login after method. So like this, it will execute. Ma. So like this, it will execute, guys. Are you able to see? Are you able to see or not, ma? See again, finally, we are in after suit method. Are you able to see, guys? So how the flow is working on TestNG. So in TestNG, see even like yesterday we have discussed about the yesterday, I mean TestNG scenario, right? TestNG, how it executes, the flow of the TestNG. First of all, before suit, before test, before class, before method, at the rate test method, after test method, at the rate test method, after class, after test, after suit. So like that it will follow. And this is the flow. Let me copy the flow and let me paste. So let me copy the flow and let me paste in the output. So here, let me paste the output along with after suit. And remember this particular flow, because it is a very important thing. And in the interview, they will ask this question. So if you have these particular annotations, which annotation method will execute first? So this is the flow, guys. So if you have any doubts in the data extensions one, I mean driver extensions one, so you can ask this. Mahalakshmi, Jyoti, Aishnavi, Nandini, Suprano.
I have one question. Maybe I missed
Yes.
it.
Yes.
The driver extension, we have added all 3 different browsers, right? In the
Yes.
base.
Yes. Yes.
And from here, we are calling just particular edge.
Yes. So here the particular method contains the parameter. So that is the reason we are passing the parameter as a browser. So which browser you want? So you want Chrome, you can add Chrome, or Edge, you can add Edge, or otherwise Safari, you can add Safari. Based on the parameter that what we have passed in the child class. So based on that one, it will execute the respective driver.
Okay, sounds good. Otherwise, if we have to do the testing in all 3 browsers,
All 3 browsers for the same class.
yes.
How can you execute that one? So if you want, you
No,
can
it's
call
going
like
to
this.
be a different,
Yeah,
like,
you can add like this. So Chrome and Safari. I don't have Safari browser, ma.
Okay.
So Edge,
So if it is like a
Edge and
cross
Chrome.
browser testing we have to do, we may have to create different
Yes,
set of.
cross browser testing means, see here in the first class we are using Chrome driver, right? And
Mhm.
in the login class we are using Edge. So this is nothing but cross browser testing. So we are executing different test cases in different web drive. I mean different browsers.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yes. Any more doubts, guys? Okay. So let me copy the same class, ma, as Jyoti asked. So I'm copying the same and I am pasting this one. So login Orange HRM, copy and paste this one. So here previously we are using Edge, right? So now I am going to use Chrome, ma, login Orange HRM Chrome. So here I'm deleting this one. So I'm deleting this one, guys. So previously we have used Edge, right? But now we are using Chrome. Remaining everything is same. So this is nothing but a cross-browser testing, or otherwise you can say verification our user stories on different browsers kind of thing. So here I'm verifying the same flow on different browsers. So this one is Edge and this one is a Chrome, right? I'm verifying the same on the Chrome browser as well. Are you able to see, guys? Everything is working fine on the Chrome browser as well. So previously we have worked on Edge, right? So now we have worked on a Chrome driver. So this is nothing but Chrome driver like extensions or cross browser testing. So you can call anything. And the second one is parallel testing, guys. What is a parallel testing? Parallel testing is nothing but we are going to execute our test cases parallelly. Our test cases parallelly, because so for practice purpose we have only 4 to 5 test cases, right? So 4 to 5 test cases, but in the real time you'll see more than 1,000, 2,000 test cases as well. At the time, if you execute one test case, what one test case at one time, it will take around more than 24 to 48 hours. So that is the reason what we are going to do in real time. So we'll use parallel testing. So what is parallel testing? Parallel testing is nothing but we are adding the test cases in one testng.xml and we are executing those test cases parallelly. That means first of all this test case, this test case, this test case, each and everything will execute parallelly. So I will show you that one, guys. So here I'm going to convert this particular to parallel testing. So parallel testing. So parallel testing. So here I'm going to create a XML file called parallel testing. So how many classes I have in parallel testing as of now? I have only one class, right? I'm going to add 2 more classes. So here Orange STNG login Orange HRM, and also I am going to add this particular class here, guys. So how many classes I have in this particular testng.xml? I have how many classes I have? I have 3 classes, right? So login HRM Chrome is there, login Orange HRM is there, and first class in testng. So how many classes you want to execute? You need to keep all the classes in the .xml file, and later on we need to execute from here. So run as testng suite and observe carefully, guys. Here 2 Chrome browsers will launch and 1 web browser will launch at this place. So see here, but this is not a parallel testing, guys, because I will show you. This is not a parallel testing. I will show you, guys. See here. So first of all, so 3 browsers is launching. Are you able to see? So 3 browsers is launching. See here, for this particular browser, everything is working, right? Everything is working. Later on, it moved to another browser. See here, guys. Later on, it moved to Orange HRM browser, and here it is working this one. So one after another it will execute. So one after another it will execute. It is not a parallel testing, guys, because parallel testing means a method by method it should execute. So first of all, it will execute a first before method in first class, and second before method in second class, and before method in third class. That means parallel, each and every time the method should execute in a parallel mode. So parallel mode, this is not a parallel testing, guys. This is like a driver extensions. Like this is like cross browser testing kind of thing. So this is like cross browser testing. So let me rename this one. So Control C, cross a browser testing, because here one after another it is executing, right? First of all, it is executing the first test case, later on second test case, later on third test case. It is not a parallel testing, guys. So let me copy and let me paste. So parallel testing. So parallel testing. What is the difference between cross browser testing and parallel testing? In cross browser testing, we are executing the test cases one after another, not the methods inside it. But in the parallel testing, I'm going to add an attribute called parallel. So here I need to add an attribute called parallel, and here we need to pass a test, TESTS, and if you pass parallel equal to test, what it will do? First of all, it will execute the before method in this class, and before method again, before method again. So here before class, here before class, here before class, again here before method, again here before method, again here before method. That means each and every method will execute parallelly on each and every browser. So let me show you guys. See here, mom. First of all, it is launching the Chrome browser, right? So later on, see, I am in before suite. Later on, Edge, ma. See here. So first of all, later on Edge, and see here later on again the Chrome driver is executing. So parallel, each and everything is working in. See here after before suite. So see here, ma, it is launching the browser. So here also it is launching the. See here, guys, it is launching the browser. And here see, it is launching the browser. It is not operating anything, just it is launching the browser. Later on admin, see later on a password, and see here it is launching this one. So everything, see, each and everything will do in parallel mode, guys. So parallel mode, so based on the parallel mode our code will work. Based on the parallel mode our code will work. I will show you guys. See here, are you able to see, ma? First of all, before suit, before suit, before suit. Later on, see here, guys, before class, before method, after method, again before class. So before method, after method. So again before class, before method, enter username after method. Again before method, after method. Again before method, enter password before method. So like this, everything will work in parallel mode on 3 browsers, not the 3 test cases. See here, first of all, this is executing. So again, this is executing. So again, so this is executing. So parallel testing means some method should be executed in parallel mode. So method should execute in parallel mode. Cross browser testing means, so here we are not executing anything. So this is nothing but a cross browser testing. We are just verifying. So if you want, you can add parallel here as well. So at that time we can say it as a parallel testing. So for that one, we need to provide attribute called parallel in the testng.xml file. So if you keep this parallel equal to test, then only we can say we are doing parallel testing. Otherwise, we can say just we are performing, we are verifying the application in different browsers. That the thing we can say it as a cross browser testing. Any doubts as of now? Pranav, Mahalakshmi, Aishnavi. Yes, my voice is audible.
Yeah, clear, ma'am.
Yes. And the next one is testng attributes. So I'm going to create a package called a testng attributes. So you will get a definite interview questions on test-ng attributes, guys. So how to execute a test cases parallelly? So for that one, we need to say parallel equal to test. We need to keep in the test-ng.xml file. Later on, we can execute. And apart from this, we have different attributes. The first attribute is description. The first attribute is description. So by using this particular attribute, so we can add the functionality of the particular method. The functionality of the particular method. Let me copy. For example, I'm copying this one. So copy. I'm pasting here. So I'm copying. I'm pasting here. So login orange hrm dot. So here I'm going to import base class. So here I'm importing this one. So here, so apart from priority, we can provide the description. Description means what this particular test method will do. So here, so this method is used to enter username to enter user. So like this, we can add descriptions as well, guys. So like this, we can add descriptions as to the respective method. So what it will do, what this particular method will do. You can add descriptions to any of these methods. So this is one of the attribute. Description attribute is used to add description of the particular method, what this method will exactly do. See here, run as test and you test. We have only 4 to 5. That's it. We have only 4 to 5 attributes are there in in test engine. See here. So we have executed 3 out of 3. And the second one is priority. So you know the priority, right? What is the purpose of priority attribute?
It will run the test based on the priority.
Right? So it will run the test cases based on the priority what we have given, right? So control A, control C, and let me change the name first of all, refactor and rename. So this is nothing but description, right? Description attribute. So priority attribute. So here, if you want, you can remove the description and you can add the priority. So run as test and test. The second one is a priority. So it will execute each and everything based on the priority order what we have given for the test method. And apart from this, we have a test ng attribute called enabled. What this method will do. So if you don't want to run a particular test method related to your user story, so you can enable, that means you can disable that one. So you can disable that one using enabled. So let me show you guys, copy and paste. So the attribute name is enabled. Enabled, ENBLED. So here what I'm going to do, so here I don't want to execute this particular method. So enabled equal to, so here I'm using false, enable false. So here I'm using false. So let me show you guys. So if I provide false, what it will execute, and if I provide true, what it will execute. So first of all, I'm using enabled equal to false. So I'm executing this one, guys. How many methods it executed, ma? 2 methods or 3 methods? 2 methods only, right? Enabled equal to false means this is nothing but disabling, right? We are disabling the particular method. Ma. Enabled equal to false. That means so we don't want to execute this particular method. So if you want, you can use the true, ma, but true means so if you provide enabled equal to true or not, our test method will execute. So it is not mandatory to provide enabled equal to true. So if you provide or not, it will execute. But if you use enabled equal to false, at that time the particular test method will not execute. Are you able to see, guys, how many methods it executed now? Previously, it only executed 2 methods, right? But now it is executed all the 3 methods. Able to see, ma?
Yes.
So enabled equal to false. You should provide enabled equal to false. That means we are not going to execute this particular test method at a time right now. Just 1 minute. And then and the next one is depends on method. So the next one is depends on method. Instead of using priority, you can use a depends on method as well. So let me copy this one and let me paste here, guys. Let me show you first of all what is depends on method. So depends on method. So here, so depends on method. Instead of using priority, you can use depends on method as well. So here in the test methods, so I'm not using any priority. I'm copying the particular method, and here without using the priority, I'm using depends on method. See here, depends on methods equal to so control. So I'm copying the same, and here I'm passing the this one, and here instead of using the priority, I'm using enter username and enter password. What is the thing exactly? So if the particular method will execute, this particular method want to execute, this should depend on this enter username. If this method will execute, then only this method will execute. If this method will execute, then only click login method will execute. See here, the enter password is depending on enter username, and the click login method is depending on enter password. That means, so if it is working fine, then only it will execute, guys. For example, this method is failing. At the time, the below methods will execute. No, it will not execute. So because if this method will pass, then only these methods will execute. Otherwise, these remaining methods also will fail. These remaining methods also will fail, guys. I will show you that one as well. See here. Are you able to see? Each and every method is working based on the depends on, right? First of all, same enter username is working, enter password is working, and click login method is working. Is that right, guys? Yes, are you able to understand? It is
Yes.
same like a priority method, but here depends on method means, so the below method is depending on the previous method. See, for example, so I'm commenting this one. I don't have this enter username. Now I am going to execute this one. See. See now, is it working or is it failing? See here, the enter password depends on non-existing method enter username. Are you able to see, ma'am? Are you able to see, guys? Our next two methods is working or is it not working? Those are not working. Those will not work because here enter username is in commenting mode. Enter username is not there in the particular user story. Is not there in the particular test case. That is the reason the remaining methods will not work. This is the interview question. For example, I have 3 methods, and the first method, second and third methods are depending on the first method and how it will execute. And the first method is failing, so will the remaining methods will execute? No, it will not execute. No? So because it will not execute, because so depends on method, the depending method will execute, then only the remaining methods will execute. Then only the remaining methods will execute. And apart from this, we have only one thing left, that is nothing but timeouts. So timeouts is not third priority, guys, but I will explain that one. So timeouts. So let me copy the same and let me paste it. So for example, sometimes the time that we have given, those time is not enough to identify the web elements. So for that time, so we can add a timeout as well to the respective method. So here that is nothing but a timeout. So here we can provide a 7 seconds or 6 seconds or kind of thing. So we can add this. So we can add so timeouts as well. So like this, so 7 is nothing but 7 seconds, and 5 is nothing but 5 seconds. So let me execute this one. So let me execute. So sometimes here we are providing how much time we are providing in before wait and after method, only 3 seconds right? Sometimes these 3 seconds are not enough, at the time what we can do, so we can add some extra time to the respective test methods using timeout attributes. And these are the attributes that we have, and in these methods you will get definite interview question on priority and depends on methods. Remaining is not important, guys. Only depends on methods and priority is more than enough. And guys, please be careful. So between the cross browser testing and parallel testing, cross browser is different and parallel testing is different. And so driver extensions also from today onwards, so everything will be based on real time only. So the methods, and if you observe here as well, so while in the method creation, so here guys, I'm providing a space. So after the method, I'm providing space after the if condition. Are you people able to see these particular differences? Because in the real time, we need to create methods like this only. We need to these are the standards. We don't want to, the team lead, they will not encourage this kind of coding. So they will encourage this kind of this kind of coding only. So please be careful. So while writing the code, and you need to provide the space for each and everything. So space for each and everything. See here, public WebDriver, public void call, and here if, so later on we need to provide some space, and later on we need to open browser name dot equals ignore case. So like this. So here in my company we are following all these standards. And see here, so before equal to, also before equal to and after equal to also I'm providing some space, because these are the real-time standards, guys. So please follow the real-time standards and please practice. And tomorrow we are going to discuss about data providers and test engine screenshots. So very important, guys. Or otherwise we can discuss about assertions tomorrow, and day after tomorrow data providers and screenshots will discuss more. So assertions, definite interview question, guys, definite interview question. I will show you both a static way and dynamic way of assertions, guys. And if you have any doubts as of now, so you can ask me. No doubts, guys. Is everything clear? Nandini, Aishnavi, Jyoti, Pranav?
Clear.
And practice, guys. Test NG is very important. So without a test NG, we can't do anything in the real time, guys. Understand? Understand, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Everything is depending on test NG only, guys. So today we have used inheritance concept, right? Anybody observe that one, ma'am? Today we have used inheritance concept, right? Anybody observe that particular inheritance one? Where we have used that particular inheritance, ma'am? So we have used for driver extensions, right? Base page. We are extending the base page to the normal classes, right? We are using extends.
Yes,
Right
calling.
or wrong, Uma? Yeah. For each and every time we are using inheritance only, right guys? See here, for everywhere we are using extends, inheritance concept only for calling the browser. So tomorrow, I mean like day after tomorrow, I will add screenshot related thing to the base class itself only. I will add screenshot relating to here by creating a new method, by creating new method. So I will add like this. So these are the common, base page is nothing but common. So we need to add that one here. Understand? Understand, guys? I have shared all the classes. I have added all the classes on cross-browser testing.xml, parallel testing.xml to the drive now. So you can go through the drive and you can download and you can practice, guys. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining. See you tomorrow, same time.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.